on the channel, sometimes they say the truth hurts, but hopefully not in this case, as we got the Awesome Truth 3-pack with The Miz, R-Truth, and Triple H.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite 3-pack unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Awesome Truth 3-pack with The Miz, R-Truth, and Triple H. But for all your Awesome Truth 3-pack needs, make sure you're hitting up Walmart. Currently a Walmart exclusive, but for everything else wrestling related, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there, and deal I got on this one, wouldn't go that far, Todd McFarlane. I don't know. This one is always controversial, and I should say the 3-packs at Walmart and even Target, you know, they got 4-packs and stuff, but 3-pack here, $70 at Walmart, hitting planograms as we speak right now. Part of the planogram refresh for the end of July, early August that should be going on in all Walmart stores. So be on the lookout for some new figures between a lot of different toy lines this time of year. But this is a $70 3-pack, and when I try to break this down financially in my head, let's say an Elite is $22 with tax, give or take. There's 3 figures in here. That's $20, $40, $66. That's my math. And Todd's doing the math on his toes over there. $66. You throw in this table, you throw in the packaging. Does $70 feel okay? To me, it's pretty close to buying 3 Elites, so the math kind of checks out. However, historically, we've seen box sets, you get a little bit of a deal break there. Instead of maybe being $22 a figure, maybe they should be $20 a figure because you're getting a box set with them. I don't know. It's all about justification. That's the name of the game in this hobby. You got to justify your purchases, be it to yourself, be it to your wife, be it to your parents, whoever it may be. It's about justification here. I do feel like with all the usual taxes and everything that's going on right now, even the tariffs and some of the price increases, $70 feels a little bit realistic, but my retail brain says if you're going to go 70, just go $69.99. That difference over to 70 makes it feel even more expensive than it is. It's one of the things that's historically proven with consumers out there. So if I'm Walmart, this should be $69.99. But one thing you can do if you don't want to pay $70, you can play the long game. Now, I haven't seen the NWO 3-pack on clearance yet. You would have to think that's coming fairly soon. I guess we'll see what happens. But this one, maybe in the future, another discounted pack. So we'll see where that goes. So enough jibber jabber, enough business hat talk. Let's get down to the 3-pack here. And this is an interesting idea for a 3-pack. Was this WrestleMania, was this 2 years ago after WrestleMania? Like the night after WrestleMania, they won the tag team titles and they were presented with the brand new tag title belts. So first time in the line tag team belts with this one. A nice table with this and a nice tablecloth as well if you want to eat a little dinner with it. A good looking Triple H, at least from the packaging. We'll see how it is. Miz, a guy that's very underrated in Elite figures, been way too few Miz figures, if you ask me. Was his last Elite that, not even Monday Night Wars, Ruthless Aggression Walmart line, was that his last Elite? And Miz, a guy on TV fairly often, I guess more in like a suit and tie these days, but still a guy that should probably have had more Elites than he had. And then R-Truth, same thing. He's been there since the beginning of the Mattel line. Finally getting another Elite R-Truth. Going to be interesting with the current R-Truth, where that ends up going and where it ends up going in figures. And man, I'm jibber jabbering today. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the box here. I like the brick kind of readout here. Of course, the big window box. How wild would it be to have Triple H, Miz, and R-Truth autograph on a figure? That'd be interesting for sure. Elite logo there. You got all their names down there. True Effects, don't forget it. WWE. Awesome Truth up there as well. And there's the 3 Musketeers right there. Which one of these guys doesn't feel like he belongs? Looking interesting on the back, Elite Collection, or on the side, I should say. Same thing up here. UPC's jibber jabber down low. And then on the back, we got a little story time there. And very interesting, you look at this picture from that night. We get Miz in this package in his wrestling gear. Shouldn't we have him looking more like this? And Adam Pearce, where's he? I guess we got to grab the Build-A-Figure because it's interesting they show him. Why not make it a 4-pack with a different Adam Pearce? Triple H looks pretty good. That's kind of what we got in the package, it looks like. But let's see what it says about this 3-pack right here. What's up? There you go. The week after WrestleMania XL was a special one for the Awesome Truth. The history of Miz and R-Truth dated back to 2011 when they first formed tag team. The tag team. Words matter. They reformed the team 13 years later and captured the Raw Tag Team Championships at the six-pack ladder match for the team's first tag team titles. Fast forward 1 week where WWE CCO Triple H exchanged the championships for a new set of titles and crowned the Awesome Truth as the new World Tag Team Champions. And that is awesome. How about that? So you start off with a little R-Truth, you end with a little bit of Miz. That's what we did right there. It makes sense. Makes sense. Now we get out of the package here, of course. Plastic prison. Shuffle off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. And we get Triple H, we get the Miz, we get R-Truth, we get tag title belts, we get a beautiful new table. A lot going on here, but I'm going to pop this offline, get everybody out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Triple H and the Awesome Truth. All right, let's get down to business with this 3-pack, and I guess we'll work our way down. We'll start with R-Truth, then go to Miz, then finish with Triple H and the table display. But we'll start with R-Truth here. Of course, 2 fists of R-Truth Fury right out of the package, ready for those punches and bunches. We also got gripping hands for R-Truth if need be. So gripping hands right there, seen those before. But R-Truth, brand new head sculpt, I do believe, on this one. Unless this was used on a main event style figure recently, I don't believe so. But it got the big braids going down. 3 different big braids coming out of the hair. Smiling R-Truth face. We don't get those smiles anymore. He used to have smiles for miles. Not anymore. Now he's angry R-Truth, as we know. Haven't seen him on TV the last month or so either. Maybe he's going to pop up here now that we're past SummerSlam. We'll see where that ends up going. But when I look at these braids, it kind of reminds me of when he got up on was it at SmackDown, when he got up on the tabletop and cut his braids off. Almost feel like I should get the old pink scissors out and just cut those off and finish it off for him. Maybe not. We'll wait for the eventual figure, I guess. But you got the blonde highlights on the end there. You do got the piercing in the eyebrow and on the nose. But a good looking R-Truth. Looks like R-Truth to me in happier times, I guess we'll call it. Why not? We do got a real shirt on him. It does say Awesome Truth. He's got the old broski cut, it looks like there. Shout out to Matt Cardona, of course. Got the bricks all over and then an Awesome Truth right there in the chest. Looks pretty good. It is, like I said, a real shirt, so you got to pull it on and off like a real shirt. No Velcro involved in this one. You do get the R-Truth tattoos on the chest and arms, of course, all the usual stuff. We do got forearm tape here, red on one side, black on the other, the 2 fists I mentioned earlier. The bottom half of this figure we've definitely seen before. Obviously, the whole thing outside of the head we've seen before, but we got the jorts, we'll call them here on R-Truth. Does say Awesome Truth on the side of both of them. And then you got the shoes down here, got the orange, of course, and the socks going on throughout there. Articulation arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. The hits, they continue. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Ab crunch, very nice and tight. Waist articulation. Big old R-Truth splits. I'm feeling a little Vietnam trouble here is what I'm feeling. A little tight in that right leg. Oh, we're just not getting that movement in that right leg, unfortunately. Extremely tight. I don't know what it is with Vietnam. Yep, made in Vietnam. That right leg is always so tight and the left leg is usually a little bit looser. It's just strange times over there in Vietnam. What's going on over there, Todd? You got any intel? You got no intel. I knew it. You would have liked the intel opening this. There was so many twist ties in this pack. About made my head spin. There was so many going on. Be on the lookout for that, of course. Thigh cut here, double jointed, pinless knees, boot cut, shoe cut, whatever you want to call it, and then ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Usual articulation, and of course, should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? Fits on a stand right there is R-Truth. And then I got the last R-Truth Elite, I believe is this one from his kind of time in the Judgment Day. That's what we'll call it right there, but similar but different. And you could swap these heads back and forth if you wanted to for whatever reason. But obviously a bit of a repaint with this one, but it works out. We've seen that before from Mattel. We, of course, are going to see it again in the future. But now we're going to move over to The Miz, of course, part of the Awesome Truth here. And The Miz, he comes with 2 gripping hands as well. So seeing a theme between tag team partners. So we got that going on. And then we got the 2 pointer finger hands here for The Miz. So he's going to do a little bit of a dance. He might do some of this. He might do the double what you going to do, brother hands. Who knows what The Miz might be up to here. But I think I'm going to display him with 1 pointing hand. And I think 2 is overkill. 2 is overkill, if you ask me. No, not Bobby Blitz overkill. No, not Dee Dee Vernini either. No, we're not talking that overkill. Thrash metal legends from the East Coast, shout out to Overkill. We're talking a different overkill, of course. But here we are with The Miz. I don't know what I think about this head sculpt. Another new head sculpt on here. He's got kind of a crooked smile going on there. I guess it deals with him being confused, dealing with rtruth. He does get his headband that is removable. That is a nice touch. Looks a little strange without that. He's got a little bit of high on the hair there. It's definitely an older Miz. He looks a little bit older than he has in his prior elites there. And then I look at my life. Am I getting older too? Am I looking older? Because once upon a time, I've told the story on the channel many a times, back when I was in college, the Miz came to my college when he was off of Road Rules or one of those kind of things. And I got mistaken for Miz all weekend long. And let me tell you, I had a lot of fun that weekend, let me tell you. But I used to get mistaken for him all the time back in the day. I don't know. He looks pretty old here, but he does got 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. So he is playing those human hits, be it young and old. Those are the human hits. Got a little bit of facial hair going on there. It's kind of interesting. Mine might have an issue on it a little bit because the left side is not kind of connecting. It's almost like clean shaven, where the right side he's got a little bit more. That could just be messed up shading, but it does look a little bit strange, and your mileage may vary, as we like to say. No shirt or anything on the Miz, no extra pizzazz, no jacket, anything like that. We do got black forearm or wrist tape on him here. Got the pointed fingers we talked about. We got the Miz logo, the upside down, of course, WWE logo. Awesome Truth on the back. Be Miz on the sides. And then you got the knee pads that say Awesome Truth. Then you got the nice color down there on the shoes and boots. And of course, articulation can be identical to one rtruth here, so we don't need to run through that again. I will check this leg. Look at that. That's perfect. No Vietnam issues with the Miz here. So interesting how that works. Some figures have it, some figures do not. Miz coming out of this unscathed, I guess, is what he's coming out. So that is the Miz right there. Now we move on over here, and how about we do this table? Let's get this table knocked out here. Brand new table here, looking very good. Now, it does got a nice, soft, good tablecloth over the top, giving it a little extra touch of class. Now, this is removable if you want it to be. And oh my, it's all in red there. I like the studs on this thing here. Who knows what this could be used for? You could put Elvira on this or something. But looking very interesting. Looking like it's straight out of Hot Topic or something. But it is a table. It's a new accessory that we haven't had in the past. So that's not a bad piece of business there. I like getting new stuff like this. It is, whether or not you want it or not, it is something that costs money. So it's going to have some value to it. So when you're taking into consideration that $70 price point, you got to take that in there for a couple of dollars at least. You have to there. Now the tag title belts here, new tag title belts. They do not have rtruth and Miz side plates on them. So wanted to note that. You could use these with anybody. There's a lot of people that do collect just, of course, the title belts. Now they got 2 new ones to collect. And once again, first time in the line for these 2 here. Looking good for what they are, World Tag Team Champions. Looking pretty nice. Got those going on there. So that's the accessories. Now we're diving into Triple H here. And we got the What You Gonna Do, Brother hands once again with Triple H. So we got those. Then we got the 2 gripping hands here. We do get a microphone with Triple H. So that's kind of nice to see. And apparently we got a broken arm as well. But it seems to be a Build-A-Figure body part on this one here. And unfortunately, that jacket not wanting to stay together here on Triple H. Kind of surprised that would fall out of the package. Once again, your mileage may vary, but it does feel very Build-A-Figure part-like. But now we're diving into Triple H. Like I said, we got the microphone with him as the accessory. But now we're getting into this one here, and it definitely looks like older Triple H in the head scan. Once again, we're all aging, I guess. Everybody gets older, and he's got the bald head going on, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. A good beard, a little bit darker in the goatee, and a little bit more blonde-like, I guess, back here. Feel like it needs to be a little bit darker everywhere, and maybe not as bushy. Well, I guess he's been back and forth on the bushy beard, so this probably isn't incorrect there. So it does look pretty good. He does got a blue undershirt underneath his suit jacket here. And he's got the collar. He's ready to go right in to Club Grayskull. He's going to be ushered right in there. He's got the collar going on. I do got a little bit of paint overspray, or at least paint from the jacket in the chest. You can see a little bit of that tan. So that is unfortunate. Once again, your mileage may vary on that. You got the tan jacket over the top here. Now, this is a Build-A-Figure style body, especially the legs and the arms, but it looks like we got a new torso for the Build-A-Figures. Going to be interested to see if we see this in the future more with some of these. And I don't know about you guys and you gals out there. I love a suited figure. So bring on all the suited figures. I was driving down the interstate today, and like I do, I start thinking about figures I want. One I really want is I want like that crazy tuxedo Terry Funk wore once upon a time with the big cowboy boots. Get me that. Can we get that as a Build-A-Figure one of these days? Come on, let's have that happen. But I do like this one. I like the open suit jacket on here. It does look very, very nice. Down to the body, you got the suit pants going on here in a tan color, black shoes going on, is what it is here. Now, articulation can be identical to everybody else. Pinless joints here. You got the ab crunch going on. waist articulation. You got the big old splits. Uh-oh. Once again, that right leg a little bit tighter. It does go up, though, just a little tighter there. I don't know. It's weird. The right leg's always tighter. I don't know what that is. Thigh cut, double jointed knees as well. The usual articulation with Triple H in his suit, and of course, fits on a ringside collectible stand as well. But this isn't it. We do got Adam Pearce, a recent Build-A-Figure. So if you really want to build out the back of the package here, you can add Adam Pearce to the mix if you want to do that. And we've also got a few other Triple H's in suits over the years. This one could be my favorite one. Now, this is the one we recently got. Obviously, I like the attempt. I like the throwback style to Jakks. Let's get the real chest hair next. I like that they tried something different. Obviously, they tried this with Muhammad Ali as well in the Territories pack. Didn't quite work for execution-wise. Like, of course, the real chest hair would work, as we know. Maybe. But looking good here. We did get this one before that. I like this one a whole lot. This is like NXT Triple H. Always looking really good there. Build-A-Figure. Wasn't this a Build-A-Figure, or was this like a Toys R Us exclusive? I always get mistaken on that. Or maybe Vince McMahon was the Toys R Us exclusive once upon a time. We got this Triple H right there. And then this one, I think, was from a Stephanie McMahon 2-pack in the basics, maybe along the way. So we've had quite the group of different Triple H's in suits. And honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to a few more Triple H's in suits in the future, maybe in the main event line or a Showdown 2-pack or something. I think there's some meat on the bone there. He's on TV a lot. He was on SummerSlam all weekend, the Unreal Series. Might be worth getting another Triple H out there, and have to imagine we'll get more Triple H's in suits of current day. Obviously, we're going to get the wrestling stuff in Legends lines, Monday Night Wars, things like that. But this one I do like a whole lot. I could see them reusing this for other characters, and that's one of those things. This set miraculously goes to a $10 clearance. Wouldn't be a bad pickup just for the suited body for Triple H. Pop somebody else's head on there. You can do a lot with this one there. So a lot of fun with this set. I know the $70 price point makes a lot of people a little bit angry. I think they're about there. Personally, I think $69.99 made a lot more sense, at least as trying to move your wares. Maybe $64.99 with, I feel like there should be some kind of a discount when you buy multiples in a box set. So maybe $64.99. We are getting tag title belts. We are getting accessories and stuff. So there is some meat here. It just doesn't feel like it should be $70. And it takes a while with price increases and stuff to come to the realization that this is now the price, for good or for bad, as a lot of us do know. But there it is, the Awesome Truth 3-pack. What do you guys think of this one? Is it worth the pickup for you? Long game, no game, I'm not sure game? Let me know. And like I said, hitting Walmart stores right now. So if you're on the hunt for it, better head to your local Walmart. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels, 2 channels with content every single day for you. Of course, check out Patreon YouTube channel memberships for early access to the videos here on the channel. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok. TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com is the email if you want to get a hold of me. And of course, also the name of my podcast each and every single Tuesday. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. Wherever video casts are found, which would be YouTube, and wherever audio podcasts are found, which would be wherever audio podcasts are found, check it out. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. So for the Awesome Truth 3-pack, Walmart exclusive, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?